The confirmed number of coronavirus cases in Los Angeles County comes to 313,562. The confirmed number of deaths reaches 7,117. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is 1,617, with total confirmed deaths at 72. We anticipate those numbers to change as the county updates its last 24-hour operating period. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Ben McCain. It's 4 p.m. on Thursday, November 5th. The winner of the 2020 presidential race is still yet to be determined 2 days after the close of the election. As ballot counting continues in 4 battleground states, President Donald Trump and Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden continue to stand by and wait for the official word. In Nevada, there are 6 electoral votes up for grabs. In Georgia, there are 16 electoral votes. In North Carolina, there are 15 votes. And in Pennsylvania, 20 electoral votes. The close race continues to be followed. Currently, Biden is just 17 electoral votes away from a victory. President Trump would need to win the votes of all 4 states to reclaim another 4 years in the White House. Now, each state does have a deadline for counting ballots. Pennsylvania has until November 10th, Nevada until November 12th, and North Carolina and Georgia have until Friday the 13th. The United States Postal Service received harsh criticism from a federal judge saying the agency failed to comply with his order to ensure postal facilities deliver all mail-in ballots in battleground states where election officials continue to count votes. Judge Emmett G. Sullivan said he would consider ordering more inspections as he requested the Postal Service's law enforcement arm to conduct a series of sweeps for mail ballots in a dozen postal facilities, including central Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Atlanta, Arizona, and Michigan's Upper Peninsula. The agency said they did in fact conduct those sweeps in all of the ordered locations, but not within the 3 p.m. deadline, which they said was not operationally possible. The sweep turned up 13 delayed mail ballots, which were referred to Postal Service management for expedited delivery. Well, despite this year's election considered one of the most watched and heated presidential elections of our time, the ratings did not prove that way. Nielsen Ratings data for election night showed that viewership was down 20%. Who watched primetime results in 2016 with 56.9 million watching Tuesday night on 21 networks compared to 4 years ago when 71.4 million were watching. Fox News Channel took the crown with the most viewers at nearly 14.1 million watching during their primetime coverage. Anchors Brett Baer and Martha McCallum led the newscast, with CNN in second place at 9.4 million viewers and MSNBC coming in third at 7.6 million viewers tuning in between 8 and 11 p.m. Fox News said its Tuesday performance marked the most watched election night in cable news history, also finishing first among viewers in the 25 to 54 age demographic and second to CNN among the 18 to 34 group. A proposition brought forward earlier this year by Democrats and social justice advocates saw disappointment at the polls this week. California voters turned out as the polls rejecting Proposition 16, with 50% voting against the measure. Earlier this year, state lawmakers placed Prop 16 on the ballot, hoping to repeal Prop 209 that was passed in 1996 when Governor Pete Wilson was in office. And despite facing little opposition when putting it on the ballot, with a significant majority of Californians believing racial and gender equality were among the most pressing issues this election, there were not enough votes to support it. The campaign lost despite having support from Democratic establishments and raising some $31 million from liberal donors and foundations. Legislative leaders have yet to indicate whether they plan to pursue another measure on the 2022 ballot. Shares of Uber and Lyft shot up 13.3% and 12.8% respectively after early voting projections will allow drivers to remain independent contractors instead of employees. With the passing of Proposition 22 by nearly 58%, Californians voiced that they want both companies to allow drivers to maintain flexibility and remain independent. Both companies, based in San Francisco, threatened to pull out of California if they lost. They received additional support in the fight from DoorDash, Postmates, and Instacart, which all could have had their businesses upended if it failed. Both companies have pledged to add more benefits such as guaranteed minimum wage and health care subsidies. One state on the East Coast is taking extraordinary measures to help control the spike of the recent COVID-19 cases. Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker issued an overnight stay-at-home order, along with a number of other restrictions intended to help save lives amid the recent rise in coronavirus cases. The executive orders come after 9 consecutive days of more than 1,000 new cases. In the last month, new cases have surged by more than 135%. It is one of the 40 states in the U.S. that are seeing a rise in positive cases. The order advises all residents to stay home from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m., with the exception of those going to work or school or for essential needs. We may be one step closer to understanding how to bring back live concerts and events safely once again amid the pandemic. Thanks to a group of German scientists, researchers recruited 1,400 volunteers between 18 and 50 years old to take part in an experiment called Restart 19 to better understand how COVID-19 could be prevented from spreading at large indoor concerts. Each volunteer was pre-tested for COVID-19, had their temperature checked, provided with N95 mask, and had disinfectant laced with fluorescent dye along with a digital location tracker. Volunteers were then asked to simulate 3 different concert scenarios. The first one with no restrictions and 0 social distancing. The second scenario had moderate restrictions with checkerboard pattern seating and twice as many entrances. And finally, the third and most restrictive with paired seating at nearly 5 feet apart. Researchers also used a fog machine to observe movement inside the venue and calculate the likelihood of exposure to aerosol droplets. Scientists shared the results of the study, finding varying levels of success with each scenario. One of the most important findings showed that ventilation was crucial to mitigating risk. The study took place in August in Leipzig, Germany. The ambitious event was organized by the University of Medical Center of Halle, who have since been contacted by 3 other universities from Australia, Belgium, and Denmark, who are also undertaking similar projects, hoping to strengthen their own research. Los Angeles public health officials released its highest number of new cases not related to a backlog in case reporting since late August. As of Wednesday, 1,843 new positive cases of COVID-19 were recorded, with 22 new confirmed deaths. Currently, there are 817 people hospitalized with coronavirus, and 29% of those in the intensive care unit. While this is significantly lower than the nearly 2,000 hospitalizations that were reported in mid-July, the increase is most likely associated with the continued uptick in cases over the past 2 weeks. The county's daily case rate is at 7.5 per 100,000 people. That number still needs to drop to 7 or fewer new cases per 100,000 for 2 consecutive weeks in order to move to the next less restrictive Tier 2. Public health officials remind the community, with the holidays coming up, to remember to stay vigilant, wash hands often, wear face masks or face coverings, avoid large gatherings, avoid crowds, and continue to social distance. A local hotel is offering a staycation package good through the end of the year, hoping to entice those looking for a quick getaway at this beautiful resort. The hotel's romance package includes a one-night stay in your choice of room, including a welcome beverage of champagne or apple cider, a Japanese or American breakfast for 2 from the restaurant Issei Shima, nigiri sushi gozan dinner for 2, 1 luxury bath bomb, 1 mixed flower bouquet, and 1 mini gift bag. Whether you're celebrating an anniversary, birthday, special occasion, or just looking for a reason to plan a staycation, you'll want to check out this deal. You can find out more online by checking out their website at biacohybridhotel.com or go to discovertorrance.com for more local deals. Del Amo Fashion Center announced the return of its normal operating hours. Since the pandemic, the mall has reopened with limited hours and limited capacity. While the 25% capacity remains in place, Del Amo is now open from 10 a.m. until 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. on Saturday, and 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. on Sundays. With the majority of its retailers reopened now, mall officials hope shoppers will return to kick off their holiday shopping with what they call extra joyful hours. And speaking of joyful times, one local radio station kicked off the holidays this morning at 8 a.m. Radio host Ellen Kay made the announcement that Coast 103.5 will begin Christmas music beginning today. Coast officials say they were inspired to play Christmas music early in the season, beginning in 2001 following the 9/11 tragedies. Hoping to bring joy to the country and all those who were experiencing such tremendous loss and sadness, the early holiday season was born and has been a tradition ever since. We are officially 50 days away from Christmas. A local organization is hoping to get local seniors to log in for a special meeting next week. HELP, which stands for Helping the Elderly Live Productively, is hosting an event called Aging Preparedness Kit with HELP, H-E-L-P. You'll want to join the conversation if you're interested in learning about why it's important to designate a power of attorney for your loved one before it's too late, how to create a communication document for healthcare wishes like an advance directive, the importance of estate planning, long-term health care, and conversations about why it's important to plan for your end of life with family and loved ones. While these are difficult decisions and discussions to have, it could avoid much more heartache in the end. The virtual event will take place on the Zoom platform. Now, to attend, you must register by tomorrow. Email sbueller@torranceca.gov. The Zoom meeting takes place on Tuesday, November 10th at 10:30 a.m. HELP was founded in 1996 and has assisted thousands of older adults, family members, and friends through the years. HELP is located in downtown Torrance on Cravens Avenue. You can check out their services online by going to help4srs.org. You can also call 310-533-1996 for more information. Well, join the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce tomorrow as they host a virtual meeting for the business community called Navigating the Intersection of Business and Healthcare. This takes place over Zoom, and you must register to attend. The event is free to log on. The conversation begins at 8:30 a.m. Panelists include Craig Leach, the president and CEO of Torrance Memorial Medical Center, Ozzie Martinez, the chief administrative officer at Kaiser Permanente South Bay Medical Center, Santiago Munoz, the chief strategy officer for UCLA Health, and Gary Olney, the chief executive of Providence Little Company of Mary Medical Centers. To register, go to torrancechamber.com/healthcare2020. As we head into the weekend, be sure to tune in to Weekends in Torrance. New episodes air at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. As we get ready to honor all of our veterans, the city partnered with the branches of the military to honor local veterans. Be sure to tune in to this weekend to check out this moving segment. Plus, working from home with a new pet? Well, we've got tips from Canine Corners, Rhiannon Tritanich, and Popeye. Plus, Olympus Board Shop in Torrance continues to serve the local community looking to enjoy the great open space in our local waters. Be sure to join Leslie Robbins as she takes you inside and shows us how they are safely offering their services during the pandemic. These stories and much more, be sure to tune in this weekend at 2 p.m. You can find us on Spectrum Cable Channel 3, Verizon Fios Channel 31, streaming on our website as well as on YouTube. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share stories from our community, feel-good pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. During the month of October, Torrance's only unique boutique hotel, the Blue Stem, lit up in pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. CEO Neera Shanani said our team at Blue Stem Hotel in Torrance admires all breast cancer survivors and honors those taken. Many of us at Blue Stem have been personally and deeply struck by breast cancer. It is a cause that is dear to our hearts, and we believe the best protection is early detection. We hope the pink lights at Blue Stem remind us to appreciate health and to encourage those impacted by cancer to never give up hope. What a great way for this local community to show support of an important health awareness showing how they truly care. Now, if you have a great story to share, email us at COVID-19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 Today. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday for new episodes of Weekends in Torrance. We'll see you back here on Monday as Leslie Robbins brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
Even though there is so much against us,
You will see me choose to protect myself and my community from the coronavirus by wearing a face covering.
Because it's going to take all of us thinking about one another.
And even with my face covered, you will see me.
You will see me as a mother, a wife, a friend.
As an athlete who gave everything to the game I love.
As a father, leading by example.
As a sister.
An entertainer.
As a champion for my people.
You will see me finding a light in a dark time.
To unlock our creativity and push our craft.
You will see me demanding the space to tell the stories that matter.
As a man who knows that tough times don't last, but tough people do.
join us in wearing a face covering to help stop the spread of the coronavirus.
Because covering your face is one small act of kindness that has the power to bring us together.